Okay, so first off, I'm just going to say full disclosure up front. I was very apprehensive about this guitar, and I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm not just saying that. There for a little bit, when I was trying to set it up, I was kind of like, oh God, this is a nightmare or something, but I was able, after like a couple hours, I was able to get it into shape and into a kind of condition that I would want to actually um, use a guitar set up that way. And so, you know, I actually do recommend this in for people in certain situations, which we'll get into. It would make a good travel instrument, but it's also like a gig worthy thing. I think if you get it set up the way you need, um, and also just being able to go outside with it, or go anywhere, or go to a friend's house, or whatever, use it as like a specific studio tool or something like that, when the need arises. Anyway, let's get into it. Stay tuned. Well, hello once again, everyone. Today we are reviewing the Enya Nova Go Sonic carbon fiber composite guitar. They sent this to me. Really kind of cool. I think it's like pretty popular on Amazon right now. Not really terribly expensive either. And I feel like you actually get a lot for what you're paying for it, So I'm going to go over some of the features and stuff, and then I'll tell you about what I did to kind of get the sounds that I'm getting out of it. Because these are not standard sounds that you're hearing. I modified the guitar and changed the sounds and stuff like that with the app that connects to the phone via Bluetooth to your guitar. And there's a built-in speaker. So it's like you're walking around with the whole kit and caboodle in one thing, which is very awesome because I can go outside and play, or go out into the desert and play or something. And it's a neck through construction. So the thing about this is, right, is that, and the truss rod adjustment is here too, so it's really handy. This isn't one of those guitars that's like the Steinberger that you could put between two chairs and stand on it or anything. Okay, it is very strong and sturdy. I feel like probably just as much as sturdy as wood or better. But yeah, it's like a composite carbon fiber. It's not. I don't think it's made from the weave that they created and for other models that use that. And they just painted it. So, but who cares, right? I mean, it works and it sounds pretty good. It seems like it has like an acoustically resonant quality. It's also balanced. Like if you see, it's not falling on one side, which is good. Three-way switch. This is the main pickup volume control, and it has a push-pull. So you pull it up and it goes, it activates like this pickup, this coil into that coil. And so the final output is this coil. And, whatever they call that, series parallel switch. So you can get the sort of a Stratty kind of a thing if you want. This is the main control for all the electronics. So you push it in and it cycles through 4 different presets. Okay. And then you can control the volume of the electronics with this thing. Okay. So it would have been cool if there was, multiple tone and volume controls here, so you could do some of the old school stuff, with the Les Paul, where you can turn one pickup off or have one other pickup slightly on, and then, but whatever. You can just do that with your presets now. If you want different sounds, and it's all built in. So I'll go ahead and show you the inputs and outputs. So it has USB, 1/4-inch cable, and then a 1/8-inch headphone jack. Right. So the intro clip you heard was all onboard stuff. There was nothing from the computer there. All I did was just like put it into the DAW and then like changed, the volume of the track and then added it to the backing track. And the backing track you heard was, I re-recorded the solo section of a tune I wrote called Ultra Premium Deluxe, which is on the latest album that I just released a few days ago. It's called Slight Return, and it's on Bandcamp if you want to check it out. That is a different version that you hear on the record, though. Yeah, so one of pretty much my only real complaint, there's 2 complaints. One kind of, and then the other one's like, take it or leave it. There's like Allen key adjustments for the pickup height, and I didn't have one, and they didn't send one in the thing. So in order to change that, you have to loosen the strings, and then, I don't know if you can see this, but the pickup just snaps out. It's kind of a cool design. They're held in by pretty strong magnets, and it's form fitted into that thing, so it's not going to like come out or something. But so in order to change the pickup height, I literally just pulled it out and then unscrewed it from the bottom with the pliers, or screwed it or unscrewed it, whichever way, so that I get my angle on the pickup that I like. And it's the neck, the fingerboard is all carbon fiber. So this is already pretty straight. It's already like flat. There's the radius on the frets is pretty flat too. So all I literally did was just screw this thing all the way down as low as it would go on both sides. Change the strings they had on it, which were okay. There were 10s though, So I put nines. I like nines on this guitar, and it was like, oh, now this feels great. And no buzz anywhere either. So I just only thing there was a little bit, but then I changed. It was like fretting out a little bit here, which means it was bowing like this. So maybe there's too much tension on the truss rod, because the truss rod was probably set up for tens, right? So there's a little extra tension to compensate for. So I loosened it, and it flattened out, and now it's totally fine. I added the dots. The dots are stickers. They're like abalone type stickers or something. This is mine, obviously. So what I changed to pickup height. Oh, so in the app, you literally can, go in, and there's 4 presets, and you can tweak all of them, change the settings, change the EQ, change all the amp settings for that, add or remove effects. And so I have like 4 sounds that I think are pretty usable that I set up. I should go ahead and say too, I was really kind of apprehensive about this. I was thinking, oh, this guitar is just going to be, it's not going to fit the bill. There's going to be something that's wrong. It's just going to go into the thing, and I'm never going to see it again. But I actually think that I might play this quite a bit, even if it's just for certain things, or, just as like sitting around practicing, thinking about music, kind of like using it like you would use an acoustic guitar because of the built-in amp. You can just pick it up, turn it on, do a thing or two. You don't have to like turn stuff on that much, or and it just kind of lays around, like it lays around on your couch, and you're have an idea, and you turn it on. And the great thing is you can instantly get a really usable lead tone as well, like that, But anyway, I was able to. It doesn't have a compressor on it. That's the other thing I was talking about earlier. One of my complaints, forgot to mention. But I was able to rectify that by changing the angle of the pickup. So the bass being a little further away, the treble side closer, and get the outputs balanced so that it's totally balanced from the lowest to the highest string. And so now it kind of feels like there's a compressor on there, even though there's not, which is nice for the tapping and stuff. But it's still balanced when you play fingerstyle too. So my presets are like, the first one, I've got a jazz box type thing that like a jazz type of sound, all-purpose clean, really tailored for the neck pickup. And then the second one is like the lead sound you heard in the beginning, and that's like, reverb and delay, kind of like, this is a good solid distortion kind of sound that you can use for lead. The third one is like a right at the edge of breakup tremolo type of a sound. So one of those tremolo effects, and I thought it sounded pretty neat. It's something different to throw in there. And then the fourth one is just another really awesome distortion, high gain kind of a lead sound that it only has like a little delay on it, no reverb. So just a little drier, just a little cleaner to use for some application if I need to do that. I think I just about covered everything. Yeah, so again, it is neck through. I guess they have some kind of composite carbon fiber material that they then mix with the resin directly and pour it into a mold, which is pretty cool. And whereas a lot of the other carbon fiber guitars will, they wrap the weave carbon fiber material and then apply onto a form, and then they apply resin to the outside, and then that dries, and then they do stuff to it, and blah blah blah. But it is very resonant, though, like material. I was actually looking at a white paper because I was curious about this, but carbon fiber actually does have acoustical resonance qualities that are, in some instances, better than wood. And I kind of think you can kind of pick up on that a little bit. I don't know if you can hear any of that. You probably can. Yeah. I really want to just go ahead and jump straight into the next segment and show you some of these sounds that I got, though, because it's pretty cool. So let's do that.